Most ecom videos on YouTube, they only have one thing in common: making money. I mean, they have very little content about how to choose a product or how to make a better product. And how are we gonna do this? We're gonna see this in this video. How can I make it better? Maybe you had like once an idea of a product that used to exist when you were a kid, but it no longer exists because for some reason it became less relevant. This could be a good product actually, but we should think, are there still manufacturers making this product? And the next step you need with this is, how can we make it better? For example, I found a product years back. It was a piece of clothing and it existed in the 50s, and the only product I could sell like this, it was made from a different material. It was not made in the original material. But I decided to make it in the original material because there were almost no competitors that sold it like this. Even if the original material, it's not as good as a new material, there might still be people looking for the original one. And I had sales just like that. A second idea is a product that already exists that can be improved. For example, by making it into a different material. I mean, we didn't speak about merino wool 30 years ago. This is just something that gained traction the last couple of years. Or simply make it water resistant. I mean, it all means doing research about materials and seeing if you can click this into an old existing product already. Often this is gonna be more expensive. Often people are gonna want to pay more money for a product that they already know, but they will not, that they also know is gonna be more reliable or is gonna be more durable. Sometimes you can even just improve a product by changing, for example, a zipper into a hook and loop system, or Velcro, how they call it. Or you can just use thicker material. There's many different ways to realize this. Another idea is to take an existing product that was made for a certain purpose, where you actually can see that people buy it for a totally different purpose. You can discover this if you read reviews on Amazon, for example. I mean, I have a product like this that I'm selling and it's for a certain audience, but maybe 20% of my sales is from people, a totally different audience, that buy it for their purpose. What I can do now is simply take this product, brand it for this other audience, make it actually ready to use for these people. And this is actually a total new business. Take an existing idea and pivot it to a different market and focus on this market. This is how ideas are born. And lastly, but this is a bit more advanced, there are a lot of products on the market that were never even decently branded. I mean, nobody comes to mind to brand a gas mask, but it could actually be a niche for some reason. You can actually make gas masks for women and children or for elderly people, or a gas mask that is more comfortable. I mean, I would have no idea why people would buy a gas mask, but there could be a market. This is just like a wild example I take. I bump into ideas like that every day. There's not one day passes or I find something new, a new idea like this just falls into my lap. And I want you to get ideas like this every day. Let this just all sink in. Perhaps just rewatch the video a few more times, and every idea you have that comes to your mind, just write it down. Even if you think it's not a great idea, it's like this is actually the muscle, the idea muscle in your mind that you want to start working. Sooner or later, you're gonna bump into a new product, and it might be a big success. As a conclusion, I also want you to know that you should not use a lot of marketing in the beginning to boost your product. Actually, an ideal product sells organically. Of course, you can use a little bit of ads so people get to know your products. But if you need to throw thousands of dollars monthly into your marketing in the beginning, I believe you don't really have a good product. You want a product that people are almost enthusiastic about it, and they tell their friends and colleagues about it and tell them they should also buy it. So keep in mind, the best products, they don't need a lot of marketing. Later, you can always crank up your sales while using marketing.